Welcome to the freaking Soul Fueled Money Summit. I'm so excited because every single speaker I have on the summit are like exactly the embodiment of this summit. And I'm so excited to introduce you guys to Lou today. There's so much about Lou, like there's so much depth to her. And I could actually go on for ages. I might actually go on for ages about Lou. But what I wanted to say first and foremost is as you know from previously watching Courtney's interview, the Soul Fueled Money Summit is about you getting so obsessed with your work and so turned on in your business and really plugging into the magic zone frequency. Because from my experience, from my clients' experiences, from my mentors' experience, what I found is like the more we tap into, you could call it the magic zone, the God zone, the flow, soul flow, pure flow, whatever you want to call it. It's like when you're tapped into that, it's like everything gets so juicy and it like goes 100 million miles an hour, like Courtney was saying the other day. It like you feel like you speed everything up and time disappears and you're in that flow and it feels like you're magnetizing everything that you desire and that you are literally creating a like massive movement. So that's why for me, like that's why the Soul Fueled Money Summit, it's like it's not just about the money, it's like what's underneath the money. It's the undercurrent. It's like what is creating the money, because ultimately you can create just like transactions and sales and clients, and that's great, but that's not the game I play, and it's not the game that the women who are on this summit play either. So I want to talk a little bit about who Lou is in my view. Obviously this is my personal opinion, and then we're going to dive into questions with Lou. So I met Lou through Steph's, so Exo Gingy's mentorship program. And the first thing that I'll say that I noticed before anything else was her genuine desire to serve and connect with others in that space with no ulterior motive or no strings attached and without necessarily knowing who anyone was. So it wasn't about like, okay, this person, I'm going to connect with them because of this. It was just like pure, like, this is just who I am. That's how it felt to me. And I'm just gonna serve, I'm just gonna connect, and I'm just gonna be there for people. Like I'm really gonna be that support system. It doesn't matter who you are. That's the first experience I had of Lou in like a very big mentorship container of over 100 people. And that's what I experienced first. And then only afterwards did I like understand or come to understand that she was actually so into like the money world and she'd made a lot of money, but also she understood money on a different level, and she had done something a lot in like over the last what, I don't know how many, probably a couple decades, she'll tell us, like she knew so much about money, and yet again something I discovered through interviewing her on a previous summit was that for her it's not just about transactions and money. It's really like there's a massive movement, a massive mission that pushes her, that pulls her, that drives her forward, and then the massive amounts of money come through as a result of that movement. So that's why she's here. That's why I've asked her to be here on this summit. I'm so excited to dive in. So first of all, before I dive into like the first question that I had, is there something, Lou, that you're like straight away like I want to say something based on what I just shared?
Sorry, we just froze for a hot second. So I'm assuming you are. Sorry. So good. I'm like, okay, when is she going to stop talking about me in such a loving way? I really zone out when people talk about me because I really do feel like none of this is about me and it's not for me. It's for everyone else in the world. So thank you for being so kind, and thank you for seeing what we're really doing over here.
Yeah.
Besides blingy blingy earrings and loud lipstick, we actually are on a mission. So
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here with you, Olivia. Thank you for having me again.
Tell me this. What would you say today is your deepest current mission? Like, obviously, it's ever evolving and it's constantly growing, but for now, like today, with where you're at, like, what would you say is your mission in the world?
I want women to dominate their money.
Mm.
I
And
want you to dominate.
and
Yeah.
why is that?
Because right now, majority of the female entrepreneurs in this world, they are controlled by their money. They're controlled by the source. They've made people the source instead of themselves the source. And when I was moving from $3 to bankruptcy into my first $1 million net worth, what I truly realized was that the reason why I was stuck for so long is because I made everyone else my source. I made life about making money to pay bills and or making money to hire the next coach or making money to pay off that credit card. Right? When I work with clients one-on-one, the first thing they say is, when do I pay off my credit card? I'm like, who fucking cares about your credit card? Like, that is so just residue of past experiences. We can get rid of the credit card, but like, let's do it in a smart way, because a lot of people just take all their money and dump it on a credit card, and then they have no money left. So they charge up the credit card, then they go and sell to pay off the credit card, and then they dump the money on. I don't know about you, but I was never built, born, or created to live in a hamster cage with a hamster wheel and to be like all the time. And so when we learn that we are the currency, when we learn that we are the power, we are the source, and it's all about who you are, how you show up, who you serve, and how you serve them. Money is simply just a byproduct of what you're doing. And I truly believe the number one reason why women are not making the money they want to make is because they're so focused on making the money they want to make instead of just simply serving and showing up and doing what they've been called to do, to start a movement, to start a mission. I really do believe every female entrepreneur in this world, no matter how much money you make or how long you've been in business, or even if you're just starting out, but every female entrepreneur is holding a mantle. They're holding a mantle and they don't realize it because all they want to do is chase the money. I'm telling you right now, I've done 100K months. I've done 200K months. Nothing fucking changed.
Right.
Like, I love making big money, but like this past April, like I'll give you an example in my world just of how we operate. And because I was sick for a few weeks in February, this past April, I ended up doing 91 Zoom calls while supporting over 14 private clients per week and doing 4 masterminds and running a 3-week program. And I still did 70K and I didn't sell. I was just me. I just showed, and I barely posted on Instagram. Like people are like, oh, I gotta show up this way and post on Instagram and be in this like consistency bullshit that everybody's talking about. It's like, no, you gotta be the power, you gotta be the source.
Mm.
And so for me, it's like, I really want women to dominate money because when you've dominated your money, when you're in control of your money, it no longer has control of you. And when you're in control of your money, you're not making your clients the source. You're not making your mentors the source. You're not making your coaches the source. You're not making your offers the source. You're not making your team your source. And at the same time, though, you got to hold a lot of self-trust and self-belief and self-discipline because when you realize you are the source, we then hold a lot of responsibility. And if shit don't go right, guess whose problem it is? You cannot point at anything outside of yourself. And I think that's why a lot of women don't want to go and literally hold their mantle and go fast, go forward, go fast, and like multiply what they're doing in their lives is because then they have to hold responsibility.
Like this is what happens with Blue. I'm like, oh my God, I want to go like down about a billion rabbit holes.
I know.
You know how you said you are your source and you are your power, and you really want women to like understand that on like a deeper level. What would you say is the key to becoming your power and becoming your source?
Okay, so it's funny because I just had this conversation with my mentor around what percentage of Lou are we going to unleash? Because
Mhm.
a couple of years ago, I had a lot of clients calling me Daddy Lou because I daddy their money and masculine energy, and I uh, liked it for a hot minute, and then I felt like I lost my femininity. So then I really shifted into femininity and kind of just put loudmouth Lou away, thinking
Yeah.
that people will like her if I'm telling you a story and then I'm going to get to the point. People will like her if she's luxe, if she's like a luxurious vibe, if she's showing up as wealth. And so I started to portray what other people thought I should look like or what I should do. And I tried on different personas. I tried on different layers of who I am. I was never not me,
Mhm.
just like, oh, here is like the Lou who would go to Louis Vuitton, and here's the Lou that would be at the casino, and here's the Lou at the comedy club, and here's the Lou drinking non-alcoholic champagne, and here's the Lou who's trying to fit in with all these other people so that she can be liked, right? Like that's still a thing. 45
Of
years
course.
old, 30 years in, there's still this element of there's still girls clubs on social media, and you still want to be a part of that club until you get too close and go, I think I'm just gonna go over here and be
I'd
myself.
rather not just be. Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here.
I love that. Like, so what you're saying is like, you were talking about like the 30% to your mentor, you're like,
Mhm.
and then you were to saying like
Yeah,
it's like masculine and now there's
yeah,
more like this feminine. And
feminine.
it's like,
And and now I feel like I kind of want to go. I don't know, something like I do know. I'm not going to get into it here. Something shifted in me like almost a week ago because I put myself into two experience in-person experiences that literally took off the rose-colored glasses, and I was just like, this is, let's just fucking go. So I went to my coach and I said, so I did a live the other day. It's like 30% unleashed, 70% not. How do you how do I know when it might be too much? And she was like, Lou, you just gotta like go out, like go on social, post the post, say the thing, see how it feels. If you don't like it, you shift it. If that was too bold, come pull it back a little bit. And I said to her, oh, so it's like trying on wedding dresses until the perfect dress chooses you. I can do that. And so to find your power, you got to try on the different wedding dresses of your life. You've
yeah.
got to find the persona that works for you. And it's interesting because I was starting to and I still connect the women I've connected with online are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely insane in the most amazing way. But the one thing I've realized is like our 20 and 30 something online female entrepreneurs, they're all about sharing a luxurious, wealthy vibe, and that's their thing, and that's great. It ain't Lou's fucking thing, okay?
Yeah.
Lou, like, I literally take pictures now and be like, this is what 5 million looks today, and I'm wearing sweats, right? I
Yeah.
have my makeup done, I have some jewelry on, but like, even coming to here, I was like, oh, Lou, you better put on your blazer. And I was like, fuck that, I'm putting on my leather jacket because that's who I am. It's
Yeah.
who what I do. And so what happens is a lot of women try and step into a persona that isn't truly them because they think that's what the world wants
Yeah.
of them. And I'm telling you, the world wants you. So try all the different personas, right?
Yeah.
Women like go blonde, go brunette, go
Yeah.
red, cut it, put extensions in, right?
Yeah.
Wear the dress, wear the ripped jeans, wear the such and like do the thing. I had a photo shoot at a St. Regis hotel with a great photographer. The pictures are stunning, the clothes are great, the hair and makeup's on point. And I look at that, I go, that's not me. But I
Oh,
had to go
I
and
love that because I love that
yeah,
there's so much truth to that. Like, yeah, like it can all look really good, and on the outside, it's like, oh my God, that was perfect, and that looked all the things. But then, if you like tune into your heart, your core, your soul, you're like, that doesn't sit well, and it doesn't
yeah.
feel that good because it's like that's not me.
Yeah. Stop trying to be everybody else and step into your different personas to feel which one is totally you.
Yes, oh, okay.
And that's the
I think
power.
that is it. Because I think there's this like my mentor recently, like one of my mentors said, like more action, less thought sort of vibes. And I think what you're describing is that is like it's only through living and action
Mhm.
and like being that you can even see like, oh wait, I think this is me. And you like feel into it, you're like, yeah. And then you go like it's like dating. And then you like go on another date and you're like,
You're
this
speed
is
dating.
it.
You are speed dating your personas.
Yes,
That's what you're
yes.
doing.
Yes,
Yes.
and that's exactly,
Yes.
and it's like, and ironically, it's, oh, this is so juicy. It's like, ironically, it's like a life artist, which I'm thinking about all the people who are going to be listening into this, is like, you're running a business, you're a life artist, you've got like all these dreams and desires, and like you're super hungry and driven. And it's like, you need to go out there and like test things and move and take action and like even test, like, hire a mentor and see this isn't quite it. And it's
Yep.
only through living through that mentor and like being with them for a certain amount of time for you to really be like, yeah, that this hits home, or
Yep.
it's like that's not quite it, and you go to your next thing, and there's
Yep.
nothing wrong with that. It's like a little bit of like, um, it is weird that it's like almost like we feel like, I know for me it's like we feel like we should know who we are, we should know what we're about, we should know what our values are, we should know what lights us up, we should know what fuels us, what makes us feel alive, what lights us up, what makes us buzzing, and like all this thing. And it's like I don't know about you, but for me, where I found out what I feel fired up about is by actually being in the world, taking action in the world, moving in
Yeah.
the world. And then I get feedback. I'm like, I get feedback from my heart, I get feedback from myself, from other people, and I'm like, no, yes, no, yes. And it's only through living that you
Yeah.
can like understand that.
Yeah. And it's interesting because people are like, what do I post? Sorry, like I'm so begin. I'm in the here's the one thing. See, I'm trying to put it out, but it's stopping itself. I am so fucking sarcastic. People think it's great. I think it's annoying, but I'm just like really in the space of just unleash it, Lou. Just say the thing. Like, so what I'm going to say is this, and I'm going to speak right to the people who are watching. You are so fucking concerned about what to post on social media so someone buys.
Yeah.
You post like that, no one's going to buy.
I know.
This isn't about being perfect. This is not about trying to find the right information. It's not about copying a mentor or a coach. Oh, she makes $1 million a month. So if I take her posts and like copy them, no. Fucking just show up for you. If you like red lipstick, wear red lipstick. If you like, I'm totally going to live. If you like pink lipstick and bright earrings and you
Green.
want to say fuck a lock, then just do it. If you want sparkly and yellow nails, fucking do it.
Yeah.
The problem is you're not going where you want to go because you're too distracted by all the people who are winning. And I'm here to tell you, most of those people are not winning. They may look like they're winning on social media, but chances are they don't have money in the bank. They don't have the most happiest life, and I bet you their sex life sucks. I'm just putting it out there because I'm telling you right now, if you are chasing money, you are chasing a sex life that and that's not working. I'm in this world of if your money is good, your sex is better. If your money is shit, your sex is shit. Like I can tell you from experience. So there's this element of like, can you please try on your own personas? Wear your own hats. Okay. There's a time in one of my trainings in 2024 was I never felt more myself than anything. And I showed up as Willy Wonka. I
Oh,
literally have a Willy Wonka hat. I wore my Willy Wonka duster and I put 100 balloons behind me and people turned on the training and I'm playing I don't know the song escapes me, but like I'm so into Timothy Chalamet's Willy Wonka. Like I personaed that so much.
I
And
love
people are like, this was amazing. And I showed up in character.
I love that.
And this is what's happening is there's a part of you that's like, I need to show up a certain way so people will buy. And I'm like, no, show up in the characters that you love. There are times I'm going to come out and I'm going to bitch slap. I have a program coming out called Bitch Slaps to Millions. Like it's
Amazing.
just we're going there. But then I might have one that's like make love with your money. But it's like it's all me, different
Yes.
personas, but my personas. The reason you're not standing in your power, the reason you're not showing up in your power, the reason why money is not attracted to your power is because you're trying to get your power from somebody else's vision.
Yeah.
Stop following other people and what they're doing. The amount of people, and I won't say the coaches, but Olivia, you know exactly when I say this. The
Mhm.
amount of people who put a pink neon sign behind them and wear a brimmed hat and have a pink couch with a golden retriever because they think that's how she makes her millions. I'm going to do the same thing is bullshit.
I know. But you know what it is, Lou? The thing is, I couldn't agree more. And I but I what I hear and feel is like I genuinely feel sad. And the
Mhm.
reason I feel sad is because what I believe is that people and women in my world, like women deeply crave to feel connected to their soul. Like I remember seeing a video of yours. I think you were on your laptop in the car, and it was like a Saturday night, and you were like, I have a date night with my husband.
Yeah.
And but like I'm so obsessed with my work right now that like of course I'm gonna do some work and then we're gonna have our date night. And that really connected with me because that's who I am as well. And it connected with me on another level as well because it was like when you're so in the zone with your business because it becomes like soul flow, connected as fuck. You feel alive, you feel giddy, you feel like you're on a mission, you're on a movement, you have a revolution that you're starting. Like when you're in that zone and you're in your power, then it's like that's juicy as fuck. And I think with what you were describing is like I think what's sad is like I think that's what people actually deeply crave. It's not we think it's the money and like the sales and the X amount of months, but what it really is what we're talking about is like basically soul fueled money is like we crave the mission, the connection, the
Yeah.
purpose, the drive, the real connection to our own soul, the expression of our soul, the genuine service. Like what you said in the very beginning, I want women to dominate their money.
Yeah.
It's like that driving force of like genuinely giving a shit about what people are going to do and how it's going to impact their lives. Like that is what people actually crave. And I think that's why they go to what you were just describing, like, dress up in a certain way, use a similar copy, do copy certain people who are doing really well. And I think it's because they're like, maybe if I do all those things, I'll finally get the money or this or that. But what they're really craving is this like connection to magic, to soul, to flow, to themselves, to that full expression. Something I'm like really curious, this is so many tangents, but what would you say for you is like, how do you get turned on? What does that even mean for you to turn on
Right.
in business? Like, what
Right.
does that mean? How does that feel to you? And how do you create that turn on in your business?
Sure. So first, before I answer that, I want to say this. I agree with you on 1,000,000%. What the women are actually wanting is everything you just said.
Yeah.
The reason they're not getting it is because of what they're doing.
Tell me more about that.
So you were just like, oh, well, they want this soul-filled connection. They want the mantle. They want the passion. They want to be all in. So
Yeah.
let me go and copy Susie Q because maybe it'll happen for me. It's not happening because you're copying Susie Q.
Right, 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 right. And yeah.
Like, and I say this with so much love because I've been through this.
Yeah.
I've been through this. I've experienced it. I went on a stage in November in front of, I think I don't even know how many people there were there. Let's just say 200 people because I don't know. Doesn't matter. And I went on dressed as the persona of wealth that they thought I was. And I
Yeah.
look back at it and I'm like, I love that dress. Can I take it and turn into pants?
Yeah, it's so funny because when
You
you wore
know?
the pants, when you've worn like trousers, I think you've got like green trousers of some kind, and I can't remember what the exact outfit is, and I'm like, that's so you. And you're wearing
Mm,
like really green, kind of bright trousers. I can't remember what's on top. And I
yeah.
was like, that's Lou. Like whenever
Yeah.
I've seen a dress, I'm like, not to say that you could style a dress and I could see wearing a jacket with like some sort of like almost like if masculine and feminine like going against
Yeah.
each other. But
Yeah.
like you said, like it's like when you wear, it's like you're wearing the thing or you're doing the thing because you think that that's what's finally gonna get you the milestone, the money, or in your case, it was like the validation from these people in the event.
And you know what? Like, I would look at that and all the women that spoke that weekend, they're all wearing really nice outfits. And I remember going out on the stage and I'm like, and I look at the pictures, like, use the videos. I'm like, no thanks. Like, yes, thank you, but no thanks. And I'm like, I should have just showed up in like my bright green pants or my ripped jeans, my
Yeah,
leather jacket, and
yeah,
my rock star hair. And I would have been like
yeah, it's
a
so true.
hundredfold me, right?
That's so
So
you.
when
Like I think
so
you, that's you.
we'll go to your turned on question, but what I want to say is this. If you are searching for the like, give me more, it's almost like, okay, there are no kids home right at the moment or they're sleeping. It's almost like when you were, and I just relate to business and money and to sex so much because
I
I
love it.
just think we can understand it. But it's like when a partner teases your orgasm and you're
Yeah,
about to have the biggest one and they pull back and you're like, no, wait, more, right? And they're doing it on purpose, but
yeah,
all you gotta do is have the first orgasm is always the biggest, right?
yeah,
It's the
yeah,
earthquake and then we
yeah,
have aftershocks.
yeah.
But like to get to that earthquake in your business, that's what they really want. So they think, let me try this toy, let me try this, let me try this. And it's like, you know what? I don't know about you, but my best orgasms are when I'm turned on, when I'm dressed up
It's,
my way, when
it's
I'm in power, when I feel good about myself,
so true.
right? And so now I love this segue to be
I
like,
love
how do I
this.
get turned on in my business? So the
Yeah,
video you were talking about where I'm sitting in the back
yeah.
seat. A lot of times when I'm in a think tank, I sit in the back and then my husband and one of my sons sit in the front. And so Roger was like, we got to go into the restaurant. I'm like, I just need 5 more minutes. I just need 5 more minutes to put
I
this
know.
out. Oh my God. Because I was birthing Wealth Awakens, which is
Right.
an audio experience I created all about like awakening your inner wealth. And it went so phenomenally. But I'm like, I just need 5 more minutes. So I'm like doing this. And he's like, Lou, I go, what? And he's got the camera on. I'm like, oh, he's like, what are you doing? And I don't even know what I said, but like, do
Yeah,
I turn off business? Yes.
of
I
course.
do turn off my business, right? It's just like, us women, we don't think about sex 24/7. I mean,
Yeah, of
maybe as we're
course.
getting into the midlife that I'm in, but like you turn it off, there's a time and a place for it. But when I'm in my business, I want to be so tuned in and turned on because I don't have time to bullshit my way through something. I don't have time to think about it. I don't have time. Like I literally don't have time.
I
Though I
know.
believe time doesn't exist,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
know.
like, my mission and my movement and my mantle are so big. The world goes without if Lou thinks too long.
I love
I
that.
I literally feel that way.
How did
So
you
to
get to that stage, Lou? Like,
so
I'll
to
be
get
honest.
there, yeah,
Yeah,
I love that we're on the same wavelength. So to get there, I had to pull up my big girl panties and I had to step into a lot of self-trust, a
yeah,
lot of self-belief
yeah,
in for me, right? A lot of self-trust and self-belief, but I also had to step into an insane amount of confidence. And the way I did that was I stopped watching everyone else.
oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's so true.
Because I was like, oh, well, there's another money person. Oh, look, she's prettier.
Yes.
Oh, she's skinnier. Oh, she has a better jawline. Oh, she's like night. And I was like, fuck off. Like,
Yeah.
no, there is no comparison because I'm the only one.
Yeah, you are, and you literally are. Yeah.
And even to this point, I have a couple programs that are really close to my heart that other people have. I don't think the person knows that I had a program like that, but people that I'm connected to launch something with like almost the same name. And I'm like, they don't watch that close. I know they didn't do that
Yeah.
on purpose,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm so different. I'm shifting my name.
Love it.
Like they came out with, so I have XY, they have YX. And I'm like, okay, I was really pissed off at first. I was like, fuck. Because like that was my thing. It's been my thing for like the last 8, 9 months. And then I'm just like, you know what? I know that person does not watch closely enough, but what this actually is permission to shift.
Yeah.
And so, like, what I'm actually shifting a name to is something that's like Lou Unleashed or something like that that has my name in it because I am the only one. My offer is the only one like my offer, right?
It's and there's
My
no
men,
one ever who could even try because there's no way they
no,
could. Yeah, because they
no,
just could not. They could not have the same thoughts you have. They can't have the same art you have. They don't have the like same exact life experiences you have. Like nothing of it could ever be yours. And I
no.
think you forget that. We're like, but then like you said, like we spend I was asking you, I was like, oh, like how do you create the turn on? And I actually want you to keep going deeper on that. So how do you
Yeah,
create the turn on in your business? Because it's, you on your laptop, Lou,
yeah,
I think it's like that thing. What is it called? It's called unconscious competence. It's like you are so in it right now. You're so in the zone. You're so turned on by your business, it's not just your business, by your mission, by your movement, by your
yeah.
revolution
My
that
life.
by life that like you're just in the car and you're just like, oh my, wait, I've got like 5 more minutes and you're so in flow, right? But having experienced both being so connected and then losing my whole connection and then finding connection again, I know that when you're not in connection and you're not turned on and you're not in the zone like you're describing,
Yeah,
people are like, how do I get back to that? Slash, how do I dial up the turn on in my business? So, what would you say about that?
yeah. Action.
Tell me more, because what kind of
Stop talking. No, I'm not
yeah.
saying this to you, Olivia.
What?
Like, Olivia, just stop talking. No, no. Honestly, stop
Yeah.
talking about what you want. Stop talking about what's going wrong. Stop complaining. Stop trying to find things that are wrong. Stop trying to figure out why it's not working and fucking just go do the thing.
Yeah.
Even right now, I was like, okay, we sold our company. We've pretty much wrapped up everything. This is being recorded on May 1st. May 1st is like, I have two May 1st. I've always had two May 1st. April 30th is my May 1st just because of the way our business was running with taxes up until this point. But like, this is May 1st. And I remember yesterday I was sitting at the hair salon on my May 1st going, my life starts now. It just
Oh,
starts now. So guess what? I got up. I put on extra. I love sparkly eyeshadow. Like I don't care. Like I'm like, how Cirque du Soleil can I get without looking like an actual Cirque du Soleil character?
yeah.
I love makeup. I love sparkles. I love how it makes me feel. It's like, you know what? We start now. Let's go. What do? I take action. I spend time with my husband in the morning. That really turns me on, literally and like
Love that.
spiritually.
No, I
And
love
then
that. Same.
and right. And so then from there, it's just like, what are we going to do? So even this morning, we were on a morning drive and I looked at my Instagram and I just did 2 lives, one on Friday and one earlier this week. And I'm like, ugh, I don't like the way they look. I went and made covers for them and put them up. And then I was like, oh, okay, now that I'm in the zone with Canva, why don't I make a post about how I just saved 3 clients $60,000 in taxes because their accountant's fucked up?
Yes,
You know, let's put that out. Okay, let's put that out. Okay, now what are we going to do? Well, we're going to get ready for Olivia's summit. So let's go put on the music that we love to listen to
yes,
while we get ready. And here we fucking go. Action. Stop thinking. Like you said
right.
it. I forget what your mentor just told you,
Yeah,
but it's like less thinking, more action.
yeah,
Stop getting. We get in our way. So if you
we
want
do.
to be turned on, you take action. If
Yeah.
you're if you want to be intimate with your partner and you're like, oh, what do I do? You know what? I'll wear cute little panties. Oh, you just took action. I'll put my hair up. Oh, you just took action. I'll put
That's
on sexy perfume. Oh, you just took action. Right?
I
And
love
it's
that.
like,
I love, by the way, I am loving the comparison. I love comparisons. I do this a lot in my own coaching because I find like when you compare it to a different area of life, it really puts it into perspective. Because sometimes
yeah.
I feel like it's the same, but it's like in my world, everything is kind of same, and it's like all like transferable. It's like transferable skills when you do that in your CV, like back in the day. And it's like, it's what you're just describing. It's yeah, it's almost like this is what's coming up for me. It's almost like if women, because I'm thinking they're thinking right now, oh my God, she's so zoned in. And this is important because that's what they crave. I know because I was one of like I get it. So they're looking at you and they're listening to you and they're like, she's so zoned in. She gives a shit. She really is so connected with her like impact and her service and her contribution. Like I can feel it. I can feel her energy is like she's so channeled, you know? And then it's like what you were saying is almost like think about it almost from like a sex point of view, like whether it's with your partner or your
Or
wife
yourself. I
or
don't even
whoever or
care.
someone a hot date, and you're
Yeah.
just thinking like what yeah like how what would you be doing to feel turned on and to feel connected on a deeper level to that person or to like sexual energy in the first place. You like you said, like you would be moving, you wouldn't just be sat there like
Okay. Can we
scrolling
just talk
on
about that for a
fucking
second?
Instagram, would you?
Would you? I'm sure we've all done it where you're like, fine, just take me.
Yeah, oh, of course.
Lay there.
Okay,
That is the worst ever.
I know.
Literally, that's what you're doing when you don't move in your
I
business.
know.
It's like I want to put on the cute little thing. I want to like freshen up. I want to make sure I don't smell or take or I'm
Yes.
really
Yeah, like
raunchy. I
you
want
want
to
to
make
feel
sure I
like
taste good.
ready. You want to
Like
shave. Yeah.
I want to be able to thing, and then like when I'm in the move, like in the moments, I'm not just like, oh, okay, like I'm talking and I'm taking action and I'm saying. But here's what I also want to say to
Love
this:
this.
the reason I am so in the zone and tuned in and turned on when I'm in business is because I hold the duality of being, I hold the space of being in duality of like, I can be this. As soon as we like end here, I shift into cash flow mastery mode and I'm in with a client doing this. When I'm done that, I then shift into, I'm trying to think of what my schedule is today. I shift into a rule your money because I'm teaching someone about becoming their own CFO. And then from there, guys, I'm going to go into the kitchen. I'm probably going to eat Reese peanut butter cups. I'm probably going to pop some popcorn. Probably going to put on like Netflix. I'm going to chill for 30 minutes and like nothing I did this morning even existed.
Yeah.
And then I go, okay, now I'm ready. What are we doing next?
Yeah.
Right? Like I know how to turn it on and turn it off. The secret is a lot of the problem is a lot of people are completely turned off and they don't know how to turn it on. Turning it on is simply taking action. It's doing the uncomfortable thing.
Yeah.
Like if a woman in the bedroom has never said to their part, like I'm going to say husband because it's the way I can
Yeah.
understand it. But if a woman in a bedroom has never, she's making love with her husband, never said like go harder or go soft,
Yeah.
like be
Yeah, go
softer or
slower or
faster
tell
or
them what they want.
right or like this or like tease me or and they're like I can't say that. Oh my God! It's like say it. And it's the same thing in your business. You're like I can't show up that way. Show up that way. I can't do this. Do it. Everything you tell yourself you can't do, you go do.
Mm.
I actually play this game with myself beginning of every single month. If I have I can't do that, or that would be rude, or that would be any kind of like, no, you're not going to do it. I go, fuck you, and I go do it.
I love
Like,
that. You know what? in years 2, 3, and 4, and now I've come back to that zone, which is fucking amazing. But in
Mm.
years 2, 3, and 4 of my business, I did so much of what you just described. It's just that kind of like, fuck it, I'm doing it energy. And it was a constant as well. It was like every
Yeah.
single day. Because I think that's the thing, is like people do that for like a week because that's when they're feeling
Oh
confident,
my God. The two
courageous
week,
that week,
two
and they're
week,
like, let's go. And I don't get me wrong, like we've all been there, like it's fine, like it's all about compassion,
the
but it's
two
like
week
it has to
curse.
be a daily thing. It has to be a daily thing because, and Steph does a really good job, our mentor Steph does a really good job at like like in my view, like sustainable, big months results, etc. Because it's like not just doing it for like a day, but actually like every single day having that like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it energy. Like I
So
love that.
here's a post I now want to put out. If you just wanted to, like, oh, how do I say this? So here Lou's going into like how to relate. But if you just want like a 2 week,
Yes.
if you want a 2 week quickie, don't hire me because people come into my world, they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
do,
love
yeah,
this.
let's go. Co-create together. After 2 weeks, I go, it's not working. I go, it took me 29 years to figure out my shit.
I know.
Now, 25 of those, we really didn't have internet. We didn't have coaches. Like YouTube and Gary Vee was my first mentor for years and years and years and years and years, and he still is through YouTube. But like,
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
been 2 weeks. Nobody even knows you fucking exist.
I know.
Okay? Like, I am that person. Like,
Yes.
when you came on here with me, you're like, Lou, I'm starting to see you everywhere. I'm like, dude, I haven't even done anything yet. Like,
Yeah.
for where we're going and what we're doing. And it's just like, it's like, I put out a post and nobody bought. I must suck. It's like, fuck off. Like, I love you, but seriously, like, you are not, I always say, you are not Kevin Costner, the movie Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. No. It's
Yeah.
if you build it, go and be you in the world, show up, show the results and the solutions that you perform, like provide for your clients, and do that 10x, and then people are going to pour into your world.
That's so true. It's so what you're saying is it's what do you think is like our obsession with like needing like the results like right away? Like I think it's what I
Yeah.
suddenly hear is like a lack of trust, like a lack of trust in ourselves. Like because what it is, this is what I experience with my clients or even myself, like previous versions of me. It's like if it doesn't work right away, then like I've effed it up because that means that what I have done didn't work. I did it wrong. Like I'm wrong. I'm not enough.
It's
Like, do you know what I mean?
as human beings, and it's even worse now that we have these in our hands, we have instant gratification.
All the time.
And it's from when we were children. So if it doesn't happen right away, do you remember that? I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you've seen it somewhere, but they put like little kids in a room with gummy bears or
Yeah, yeah,
marshmallows, and they
yeah, yeah,
say, don't touch these, I'll bring you more. And
yeah,
they sit there and they like stare at them
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
just
See,
like, and I would be like, fuck it, I don't need any more. I got what I want. Like, but other people would be like, I'm gonna wait because there's more. Either is not right or wrong, but we as humans have been taught instant gratification. But
yeah,
here's what I'm going to tell you. If you were ready energetically from a frequency place
yes, yes.
to hold the money you want, you'd already have it.
Yeah, but I really believe that. I
But you're
really,
not ready. So how, okay, Lou, so how do we get ready? Go take off your filter, take off the mask, be who you want to be, figure out your personas. What characters do you want to play? They're still you,
yeah, of course,
right?
there's facets of you.
Absolutely. Like I'm able to be Daddy Lou in my world, but when I'm with my husband, I'm like, please just take control because like
Absolutely.
I've been in control for 8 hours and I just need to shut it off and know I'm safe and like let me just be your servant, like literally, right? And so I that's a different element. My husband doesn't like he's like, dude, you're a lot. Like I remember the first time you ever saw me speak on a
No.
stage. When the first time I ever spoke on a stage, I came down and I'm like, oh, I was a little nervous because he was there. I'm like,
Yeah.
what'd you think? He goes, are you bringing her home? And I was like, I don't have to. He goes, okay, yeah, I'm not ready for that. And I was like, okay, but he knows, like even doing this right now, he's like, go get him. Like you know how to do this, go get him, right? But I'll go upstairs. Well, I won't now because I got call after call. But after I'm done, I'll go up and he'll be like, how was it? And I'm like, can you just hold me?
That's
Like
so,
I
so funny because this is so hilarious because I feel like what you're also describing. I love that this has gone like everywhere, and of course it did.
get
But it's like it's so funny because you're describing in what I view as like the reason you have such a loving, successful marriage because That's what I do. Like I'm like in go mode, boss mode, CO mode. Like I don't have any time to do anything less than that because I've got two kids under 4. Like it's just not gonna happen. So for me, it's like go and I raise my like I actually looking after my kids half the
Yeah,
more
yeah,
than
yeah.
the time. Anyway, so I'm doing the things, but then as soon as I see him and like we well, I'll be in the kitchen and obviously we've got a baby, so we don't have like as much time sometimes to like just like literally
Yeah.
hold each other. And he's like comes in for a hug and vice versa. And I bring my hands in and I let him and I lean into me. He's like and he always jokes because he's like, you're gonna make me fall because I literally lean into him. And I'm
Yeah.
like basically hold my weight, hold me. And that's me like coming back into like my feminine. Of course, during my business, there's like flows of feminine, masculine, but it's
Absolutely.
like in that relationship, for me, the polarity is like him holding my like, and so what you're describing is exactly because I think, yeah, I mean, we're not even talking about romantic relationships, but I
Yeah.
feel like this is, with women who are doing really well in business or not, just CEO mode, regardless. I think that sometimes can be the issue, ironically, in marriage because or in a romantic relationship because it's like they don't know how to then get back to that space where
Yeah.
they're the ones being held,
Yeah.
not the other way around, if you know what I mean.
And so I want you to think of your business
Hmm.
as the partner who holds you.
Okay, woo, that's
Your
juicy.
your business is the partner that holds you, that what you've created, the foundation of what you're
Mhm.
building holds the ability for you to be all that you need to be. But
Okay,
when
you
you
need to do a masterclass literally on that. I'm not even kidding.
So when you are in a space of my business has me, I can go out, say, be, do, think, feel anything I want. I'm going to learn along the way. That was not enough. That was too much. Holy cow. Like because there are lines and you may cross them, but cross them so you know there's a line there, right? But when you look at your business as your business holds you, right? Your finances hold you.
Yeah,
It's there for your support so you can be everything you want to be.
I love that.
That's instead of me going, I gotta control it and where's the thing? It's like, you know what? If I don't post on Instagram today, the world is not going to fall apart because I have a really great business. But
Yeah.
if I'm not posting on Instagram, I better be building something or working with a client or doing a summit or da 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 da, whatever it might be. The only thing I would say is if you find yourself trailing to the couch and Netflixing, because I like chill. I didn't realize what Netflix and chill really meant, but now I know. Okay, I love to chill a lot. But like if you find yourself going to the couch and you're Netflixing and not doing the work, that is because you're not in love with your mission.
Correct.
And you've got to come back to why you're doing what you do. I want to see women get out of the trap of chasing money because I truly believe every woman is more powerful enough, more powerful, sorry, my words, more powerful and so capable of money chasing them. And
Mhm.
when you can go from chasing money to money chasing you, everything in your life changes. You have more opportunities, more decisions, more experience, more lovemaking, whether it's with yourself or with a partner. Like your mind gets free.
Yeah,
I
so
cannot believe I sold my company in February. We worked through some pretty tough months, just schedule and mindset and everything. But come mid March, my husband's like, you're changing. And I'm like, because I don't have to think about 30 people's problems every day.
I
Like,
love
oh my
that.
God, did this person get paid? Did this pay? Like all this shit. Right? Like literally. And he's like, Lou, you've just become more of you. And I'm like, because my capacity isn't maxed.
Yeah.
So if you find yourself getting on a couch a lot more often than you want, eating popcorn and watching Netflix when you should be, could be, want to be building an empire, it's because you are max capacity in your mindset. And what your max capacity in your mindset is usually filled of is everything you're not doing, everything you have to do, or what other people are doing and how they are being successful.
Mhm.
Trust me when I say you go online and you see a woman, maybe a coach or a mentor or a business owner on the beach, right? You're seeing them toasting champagne, you see them whatever. Understand that either it is created content to
Mhm.
get you excited to work with them,
Mhm.
or to trigger you because you don't have that. So you work with them, but usually what happens is like, well, fuck, I can't be on a beach sipping a margarita, so why would I even bother? Like, stop watching it, to be honest. But those women also, I've seen them, the ones I know that I'm very close to, and they fully admit it. When you see them in person, completely different persona. And I'm like, you're, I didn't even recognize you. And they're like, yeah, I know. Remember, when you're watching social media and you're scrolling, going, "Look at her! Oh, I'm not as pretty as her. Why did she do that? Oh, so that like it's a movie."
It is a
I went and saw Tim Allen, who's the Santa Claus, Buzz Lightyear, Tim and Toolman Taylor. I saw him last weekend at a stand-up comedy night, and he is not the Santa Claus in real person. This man dropped so many F bombs. I was like, who are? But again, that persona of him on stage is not the same persona as a character on his new show or when he's with his wife. It
right.
is a persona. So understand social media is literally the movie of everybody's perfect way to be.
Yeah.
And you're comparing yourself to that and going, I'm not as good as their perfection that they have curated. Because what you don't see behind the actual camera is all the people they're working with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop comparing. Get off the couch and ask yourself, why was I put here? And
Mhm.
what do I have to say? Make sure you got your hair brushed, okay? Show up. I'm not saying show up in like sweats, but show up, get on the live and say, this is what I want to say.
Yeah, I love
Who
that.
cares if it's perfect? Who cares how long it goes? Who cares if nobody's watching? You need to free yourself from the bondage you've put yourself in because you're watching what the world is doing, but it's all fake. If I say to you Hollywood, you're like, "Oh, it's Hollywood's fake." Like
Yeah.
it's all made up. It's all this. I'm telling you, I got to do a private tour of Universal Studios backlot a couple years ago, and they were like, "This is where Back to the Future
Yeah,
was
yeah.
made. And here's the clock tower." And I'm like, "It's styrofoam." They're like, "Yeah," and I'm like,
Wow.
"Oh." And then they're like, "Here's this element in Transformers." I remember the movie very well, and they're like, "This was right where this scene was filmed." I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, how fake. Like, even I heard he's the new Captain America. I forget his McKinney, I can't forget his last name, but I saw a video with him, and he's like, when they were making the last Avengers movie, the directors called him up and said, I need you to send me 6 voice notes of on your left. He's always got it in Captain America, on your left, on your left. And so he's like, okay. He goes, I went into my pantry, I put a blanket over my head and went, on your left, on your left. He goes, I recorded 6 and I sent them. He goes, it wasn't until I was sitting in the red carpet premiere where he hears his
Yeah.
recording on your left and all the like swirly things open and all the people come in to defeat whatever the guy's name is. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember, but the Thanos. And I was like, wait, you weren't even there? Like,
Yeah.
that's how fake everything outside of you is. Stop trying to hold that or meet that or compare to that or compete with that. Because we're in a world where attraction marketing is starting to crumble and people want to feel magnetized.
Yeah.
And the only way for someone to feel magnetized to you is for you to show up as you.
Yeah.
And when you show up, if you truly show up and you take care of who you are, how you show up, who you serve, and how you serve, you will magnetize money to you as a simple byproduct. Because then when you stop chasing the money and start chasing the mantle and realize money is just a byproduct of who you are and who you serve, it changes everything.
Oh
So
my God,
stop.
Lou, I have to stop us here because of time.
I
But
know.
like, oh my God, I feel like we could go for 3 more hours just on that piece.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
oh, like I could just go. I could go. I could see myself going, and I could see us going. I love what one thing that I love about you as well is you always bring in metaphors around like cinema and film and movie. And I'm sure everyone really resonates with that because we've all watched a movie, we've all watched a TV
Yeah.
series, and like you do that so well. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this in just due to time, but um. So many things. This has been so powerful. This has been amazing. I cannot wait to see the clips that come through this as well.
Very good.
So tell people, because I know that there are going to be people who are going to be like, oh my goodness, like this is so juicy. Like I'm so keen to learn more.
Yeah.
Where is the #1 place people need to go right now in your world if they like desire and crave more?
I live on Instagram. Instagram is where I live, slowly moving over to a couple other platforms, but just go to at the Lou Clarke with an E. Just make the E at the end of Clarke and you will find me. I am me in my DMs. I don't have a bot. I don't have team. It is 100% me in the DMs. So come by, say hi, let me know what your takeaways were. I'd love to hear from you.
Yay. All right, amazing. Well, this has been just, this has been so good. This has just been so good.
I don't even think we got to your questions, so
I
we're
know
gonna have to
it
do
doesn't
another
matter.
one.
Like we went to like two of my questions, but that I knew with you that we always go to like a million tangents. And but the thing is, I know that people would have gotten so much from you channeling and our
Yeah.
tangents. So I'm actually this is the juice. Like this is where they get magnetized, and also this is
Yeah.
where they connect back with their own soul from you being in soul. So we'll leave it there. Everyone, I can't wait for you guys to watch this, to watch the replay. I can't wait for you to be here for the next two panel speakers for the Soul Fueled Money Summit. Go check out Lou on Instagram. Go find out all about her world. And I will see you guys for our next interview. Bye, everyone. Bye, Lou. Thank you.